Okay, so this is the fifth question in the Grind 75. This one is called Valid Palindrome. We are given 15 minutes to complete it, so we will start the countdown now. Okay, a phrase is a palindrome if, after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphanumeric characters, it reads the same forward and backwards. Alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. Given a string S, return true if it is a palindrome or false otherwise. Okay, so taking a look at the first example, we would remove all, excuse me, we would remove all spaces and commas and this colon too. And we would make everything lowercase and push it all together and then see if it is the same forwards and backwards. An empty string is still a palindrome. Race a car, race a car. This is not a palindrome. R-A-C-E-A. Yeah. So, in the case that, let's look at two examples of palindromes. So, one is when we have, say, it's even in length. That would be a string like this. It's also possible that we have one that's odd in length, and that would be a string similar to what we saw, but not quite the same. Race car. So, ignoring the capital, say we've gotten to the point where we've made everything lowercase, taken all the spaces away, taken away any non-alphanumeric characters. This is a 6-character string, and this is a 7-character string. So how would we differentiate between the two? I mean, we could do a check to see if the string, again, this is once we've taken everything away, is when it's mod 2, it equals to 0. We could treat it differently that way. Or can we just take the length divided by 2? So 6 divided by 2 would be 3, so 0, 1, 2, and then up to but not including 3. And I guess we could use a sort of a stack. We could also, we could put 2 pointers on this string. One at the beginning and one at the end. I sort of like that idea, so I think I might stick with it. So again, if we were to get the length, so this is length 7, divide that by 2, that's 3.5. Then we get 3 as our middle. And so we know we would start at the last index and we would terminate in the middle. So in this case, 6 divided by 3, 3 is there, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so in both cases we would terminate. So let's say back pointer. In both cases, will terminate at the length divided by 2. It will terminate at that index specifically. If it's 1 character or 0 characters, then we'll terminate. If it's 2 characters, then let's see, 2 divided 0. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking of an example like this. Say it was RR, we start at the back pointer here, start the front pointer here. Front will obviously terminate once we get here. The back will terminate at, let's see, 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So, I mean, we want it to include that, but also terminate there. So, okay, that should be okay because we're going to do the check, and then we're going to increment, and then we'll stop at that point. So, again, says, okay. So now another part of this problem is to figure out how to remove all of the spaces. So let's see. Everything that's not an alphanumeric character. I feel like there's probably some built-in method in Java that will do something like that. So this consists of only where S is the input. Okay. I'm trying to think of some way that I could strip the string of everything extraneous. Let's see. So and so what is it? It's just, so we also have to convert uppercase to lowercase. So something I'm thinking of is, which I will actually write on the side of our solution, is, let me switch over. Something we could do is make a set with all lowercase letters. See, this would be good. So we would iterate through the string once. If we get to a spot in the string that contains a character that is not in the set of lowercase letters, aka like a space or a comma, then we would simply remove that. But if we have an uppercase letter, we don't want to remove it. We want to convert it to its lowercase self. I believe Java probably has some built-in, I think string dot to lowercase. I'm not really sure on that. Is there any way for me to remove that? So let's see. How would we? I'm sort of stuck on. So I would probably ask for a hint at this point, because I mean I have an approach. I just don't know the names of the methods to implement this approach. So, so let's say we lower it, remove the space, remove the comma. So I am right now just going to make the implementation assuming that we have a string that is in this form, like this. It's ready for us to check to see if it's a palindrome, and then I'm just going to write the implementation from there. So I'm going to say maybe go to, sorry, is equal to, let's just say s.strip because we don't really know what the method is. And we're going to have 2 pointers. Let's see. Do I need to even worry about the other one? Okay, so say I'm going to have a pointer called, this one is going to refer to, it's going to be an integer. So int back pointer is going to be equal to stripped.length. This is the string version. And we're going to say for int I, this is going to be our front pointer, initialize that to 0. So actually, sorry, really quick, I would like to do some base case checking, and that would be if s.length is less than 1, then we're going to return true. However, it can have multiple, so let's actually say the stripped version. So we're going to say if stripped.length is less than 1, then we're just going to return true. Okay. Back pointer is there. As long as the front pointer, which is I, is less than stripped dot length divided by 2, then we are going to check if they're the characters at each point, as indicated by here. What we would do is start off pointer here and a pointer here. Check the characters. If they match, great. We'll increment both pointers, and then we'll go until we hit the middle. So we're going to check really if they don't match, because if they don't, then we're going to terminate. So we're going to say if stripped dot char at, and we'll pass in the index I, does not equal stripped dot char at, and this will be index back pointer, then we will return false. Otherwise, we can return true. So yeah, that's the logic we pretty much came up at the beginning. I am sort of stumped, and we have about a minute left. I'm stumped on how to get rid of the spaces, the commas. So I'm assuming that process probably isn't very long. There probably is some built-in method. I remember seeing something somewhere about something called string builder in Java, but I don't really remember what that does per se. I believe it makes an array out of a string, so you can just iterate over it. I mean, you can still iterate over a string using this method here. But yeah, there's definitely some key insight that I'm missing. I don't think it's really, it's just, there's a certain thing I don't know. It's not really a logic thing that I'm missing. Um, so because I'm not really getting anywhere, I'm going to stop it there, actually.